Hi, how you doing, my beautiful laddies? Welcome back to the Minecraft Guide. This episode, it's gonna be enchanting. At this point in our world, we got a lot of levels, and I think it's about time we finally shake it off in some kind of cool, purple, magical lavender haze. Today, in a rush of pure happiness, it may be nothing new, but it's time we talk enchanting. This mechanic is so clean. It feels so good to be back inside of the guide world as always. I love this place. Today, we begin with a challenge. It was Bonzo's idea. Minecraft must have something like 40 or so enchantments, but there is one single best enchantment. Down below, name the best one. In my opinion, there is only one correct answer when it comes to the best enchantment in the entire game. Day number 73. It's never too late to talk about enchanting. If we're going to talk about enchanting, there is one very specific fancy block that we're going to need to get. To get this block is kind of a lot of supplies. We're going to need obsidian, diamonds, and one single book. With these supplies on the table, like this, we can craft an enchanting with an ING. Table. Ooh, enchanting. It's an ancient mechanic, initially added in Minecraft 1.0.0. But enchanting hasn't always been the same. It's actually undergone a couple of changes to get to the form where we're at right now. In order to enchant, we will need the enchanting table. But if we're going to talk about enchanting, we should probably talk about disenchanting too. I mean, after all, maybe you get something you don't want. If you want to disenchant your tool right after you enchanted it, or like hours later, it's all done at the grindstone. Now the enchanting table block, it's definitely an interesting one. Not only does it give off a little bit of light, this was a parody update with Minecraft Bedrock Edition, but it's also made out of pure obsidian. With that logic, you would think that you can't mine it with an iron pick.
This game, I hate it. It makes no sense.
Oh, but it's actually like perfect timing. Yes, because this thing gives off light, it is technically possible to light up your base with just enchantment tables. This thing only gives off a light level of like 8 though, so it might take a lot. The grindstone, on the other hand, this is a different block. It doesn't give off any light at all. You got a very, very interesting and complex model. It's also a villager workstation, and it looks like this inside of it. That's all I have to say about it. It's the middle of the night. I should probably sleep. Now for the absolute basics of enchanting, if we take this table and drop it down on the ground and then go inside of it, we will put a tool right there, then we're offered up some enchantments. Efficiency 1. Ooh, efficiency 1, very enticing. Or, drum roll, efficiency 1. Yeah, that's right, we got 3 options, and we got 3 options to pay for it too. 3 levels, 2 levels, or 1 level, your call. But let's say I wasn't very happy with those options. I pick it up, I place it back down somewhere else. Well, thanks to something called the enchantment seed of the world, we're going to have the exact same enchantment offers here. Even if I pick this up and place it back down one more time, the offers will still be the exact same. Until I actually interact with this table and basically like buy something from it, or until I add something essential to my enchanting setup, the enchantments offered will be the same. And for this next one, you're just gonna have to trust me, not exactly in a position to make a bunch of tables, but if I made a second table and placed it down over there, even though it's 2 separate tables, we're gonna have the same exact enchantments. Now all this happens thanks to the enchantment seed of your world. It's sort of like the world seed in a way, except like for enchantments, and a number you can't really see. Enchanting in every single Minecraft world is exactly the same, but it's also very different. The order at which enchantments are offered is going to change from world to world. Now I don't remember the tool I put in here a second ago. Let's say it was the pickaxe though. When I put the pickaxe here, I get efficiency, and efficiency. Some enchantments are unique to certain tools. The efficiency enchantment can go on all of the working tools, but not the combat tools. That means if I put a sword in here, I'm offered up different enchantments altogether. Sharpness 1, sweeping edge 1, and finally, a sharpness 1 as well. But it's not all only tools, and actually, it's not every single tool as well. Some tools can only be enchanted in a different block. But it's not only tools. You can also actually enchant books, a great way to save enchantments for later. If I put a book inside of the enchantment table right there, I'm going to get an option of 3 different enchantments from any enchantment in the game that isn't a curse or a treasure enchantment. Alright, hey, so it's a lot of information, but let's say it's finally time. I liked what I was seeing with this book. I put the book in the table right here, efficiency 1, impaling 1, a trident enchantment, or sharpness 1. I think, for some mysterious reason, maybe I'm insane, deranged or something, but I like the looks of efficiency 1. Oh, that's beautiful. But if I tap on this, it's just playing an error sound. It and a goofy sound too. It doesn't work. That's because we have only met one of the requirements. In here we have to put something to enchant. Over here we have to put payment. But there is also more payment too. To enchant in Minecraft, you basically need 3 things. Something to enchant, a little bit of lapis to pay for it. Either 1 lapis, 2 lapis, or 3 lapis. And you're also going to need levels, indicated by this thing right here. If you take the top enchantment every time, it'll take 1 lapis and 1 level from you. The middle one will always be 2, no matter what it is. And the bottom one, it'll always be 3. So if we go ahead and take this, the very first enchantment of the world is efficiency 1. Just like that, we're now down 1 lapis and unfortunately down 1 level as well. But you know what, lads? Now I've changed my mind. I'm an indecisive lad, and now I've decided decisively that I don't want efficiency 1. Over inside of the grindstone, I can put my enchanted tool or book and actually disenchant it. I'll get a little bit of levels back, not as many as I used up before, and I get no lapis. But the thing is disenchanted. I could do it all again now. And so, for the absolute basics, that's like basically it. All you do is you walk over to the table, you throw something in it, you get some enchantments offered. Maybe you like one of the enchantments, you pick it, and you move on. But believe it or not, this table is offering very pathetic enchantments right now. There is a way that we could go ahead and take that table and level it up, and actually get things that I want to use. Flashback, rewind. In the last episode, we went looting and pillaging all over our world. In that episode, we found like a bunch of villages. And from those villages, I found like a bunch of books. If you want to talk about improving your enchantment setup big time, then it all comes down to bookshelves. And to make bookshelves, you're going to need books. To make books, you're going to need a lot of materials. First up, we're going to need a lot of leather. Specifically, in total for all of the bookshelves, 45 pieces of leather. If you want to include the enchantment table, that's 1 more book, which means 46 pieces of leather. Now, each book costs 3 paper. Do a little bit of quick maths for you. 3 times 45, that is 135. 135 paper is needed. Now, I'm some kind of privileged kid. I'm starting out with all of the supplies needed, so we don't need to worry about it. However, if you did have to worry about it, a couple of tips for the sugarcane. Go out into your world and run around and break the sugarcane. Maybe bring some back over to your base, plant it, and let it grow. Continue the harvesting process for a while. When it comes to leather, build one of these beautiful contraptions that we talked about in this episode right here. This magical being is called a cow crusher. We let it run a little while, and then eventually we get 1,000,000 cows inside of this thing. The other beautiful option that you got when it comes to actually stocking that thing up, oh, is wonderful. Go out into your world, find some villages, break the bookshelves inside of the village. Villagers don't care anyways, and bring them back over home to your base. Now, the bookshelf is kind of an expensive block. Once you craft a bookshelf like that inside of the crafting table and place it down, it's there wherever you put it. Unless you break it with silk touch, when you break it, the books pop back out, but the wood is gone. So it's best you be a little bit decisive with where you're gonna put the bookshelf. Hi, Bonzo. Listen, my friend, your condition seems to be solved, which is good, because I can't really name you Scooter, considering the fact that somebody evil, pure evil hatred. His name's Scooter as well, so... Hey, anyways, Bonzo, I task you with an important task. I need you to watch over the base over here while I'm gone. Make sure the cows don't go anywhere, because I'm going down. We're gonna go make an enchanting setup somewhere much better. It was but just a couple episodes ago now, but it feels like 1,000,000 that we were setting up this wonderful little contraption over here. This thing, this sweet build over here, that is the Zombie Slayer 3000. And over at this thing, just like that, I'm back up to level 30. It's a great idea to set an enchanting setup up over where you have a source of experience, like my zombie spawner farm. Setting our enchantment setup over here, oh, it's genius. By setting this thing up over here, we're gonna have a continuous supply of experience flooding into my room freely. It's like literally perfect. The only thing I'm gonna need to consider here is space. A full level 30 enchantment setup, this is gonna take a little bit of room. All that being said, I think it's time to carve out a little bit of this room to make even more room. Let's do this. Excuse me. I'm trying to work a little bit here, and you're getting really noisy. Are you not? Now, in this series, we haven't talked too much about building quite yet, but when it comes to building, it's a great idea to start out with a basic vision. Like, I kind of know that I want to have a deep slate floor in here, and then probably like wooden walls or something. That could be cool. Start by putting some of the blocks in, and then like take a look at it, see if you like it. Okay, that's enough of that. That's hostile creatures. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to like go way down. You're way too noisy. I got other things to talk about and do here. Do you know what? On second thought, I'm not too sure if I love the floor like this, but it's hard to tell with the walls like this. Anyways, I'm starting to rack up levels, which means we should probably move back to talking a little bit more about enchanting. 33 levels. So technically speaking, you can pile up as many levels as you want. They'll just keep going. However, the more levels that you pile up, the longer it takes to go from level to level to level. Meaning like level 33 is way longer than level 3. Level 66 is way longer than 33. If you're worried about wasting experience on longer levels, consider enchanting right when you hit about level 30. It's the most efficient. So now check this out. I added a bookshelf over here to our setup. If I put this sword in here, then I get some new enchantments, and actually, the enchantments are getting a little bit better, but it's hard to tell right now. By adding bookshelves around your enchantment table spaced out one block, just like I'm doing here, including on the corner, you're actually going to buff up the enchantments that are offered from the enchanting table. Over here, we can see a 2 now, then we can see a 3, and then we can see a 6. This is basically like the level of the enchantment, or in other words, how good it is. If I add maybe 2 more bookshelves to the setup right here, well then that 6 is now bumped up to a 10. Then we got a 3 and a 3. If we add, say, maybe like the rest of the bookshelves I have in my inventory and check it, then yet again, we are bumped up, getting even better. If you're looking for a fully maxed out enchantment setup, a setup that offers you the best enchantments possible, it's 15 bookshelves total. With 15 bookshelves around this enchantment table somewhere, I'm now offered a level 30 enchantment. Oh yes. These 15 bookshelves can be placed anywhere around the enchantment table on the same layer or one higher. That means if I didn't say, like, want this spilling out into the room, I could move these. I could expensively recraft these. Then I could take them and put them there and say maybe right there. If I were to come in here and get a little bit more crafty with this setup, maybe abstract or something, put a bookshelf up there, or even put a bookshelf down here in the ground, it will have no effect on this enchantment table at all. If I start coming in here and putting blocks in here, I don't know, maybe I'm an impressionist, I don't know. Well, by decorating my setup with the blocks in between the table and the bookshelves, I actually cut them off. There needs to be nothing, or basically nothing, in between the table and the bookshelves to actually work here. Now, enchantments. Let's take another look at this thing. With this thing being beefed up now, we're going to be offered better enchantments. Typically, this one is going to be the worst option, this one's going to be a little bit better, and then this one will be the best one. If your number is at 30, that's the best possible option. Unbreaking 3, it's a beautiful enchantment. We haven't actually really specifically talked about it, but every single tool has durability. The durability is symbolized by that bar right there, or with more tooltips shown, you get the specific number. On Minecraft to Java, F3 and H at the same time will turn on or turn off advanced tooltips, so you can see that number. If I were to enchant my diamond pickaxe with Unbreaking 3, that's a genius decision. The best pickaxe definitely has Unbreaking 3 on it. With Unbreaking 3, we have the chance to use 0 durability sometimes when we use a pickaxe. But you can only have to enchant diamond things. You can enchant iron as well, which is pretty cool. Or again, books. I like to take it a look. Ooh, protection 4. That's kind of potentially beautiful for a set of armor. But instead, what I think I will do is I will put this pickaxe in here because I like the looks of Unbreaking 3 and that ... And we'll go ahead and enchant it. Now, when I take that enchantment, my levels are gone, the lapis is gone, and I got enchantments. Sometimes if I'm unlucky, I only get 1. Oh! Sometimes if I'm lucky, oh, I'm beautifully lucky. You can get even more enchantments on the pickaxe. Efficiency 4, oh baby. Unbreaking 3, oh yes. And Fortune 3, that was the one I was looking for today. Spoiler alert. But this is the end of the episode. Smash like and subscribe. By leaving a like on these videos, you do a huge favor for me. It helps let YouTube know to send these guide episodes to more people. Early access to all these episodes, it is on Patreon, my friends, and a world download. It's out for channel members right now. Thank you for watching, and I will... Oh, wait, what's that? We have more to do? Oh, yeah, the room looks terrible. You're right. With this brand new, handy, speedy, amazing pickaxe that I have right here, I can now go ahead and dig out all this deep slate because I kind of changed my mind, guys. I think I hate the display floor, and I can redo it all. Maybe the walls too this time. Just a little bit of time later, back inside of a room with a floor that I think I like way more. Let's talk a little bit about getting up into this room and getting down from this room, or whichever way it goes. And hey, potato. So clearly, we're way at the bottom of the world. Going up and down from the staircase that I built earlier on, I mean, technically does work, but very slow. A much quicker way to get up and down from these deep builds is with bubble columns and... yeah, bubble columns. To get down, which is going to be this side, we're going to go ahead and put a magma block right there. We'll fix that problem in a minute. To get up, we're going to put a soul sand block right there. Now, the walls inside of this room, I've been thinking quite a bit about what I want to do with them. I think deep slate. I'm kind of leaning towards deep slate on the walls in here. Another thing that, in my opinion, every spawner room is going to need to have is somewhere to put all of the drops from the spawner. Otherwise, you're going to have chests sitting around and just like, you're going to clog them up with all the drops. A dedicated storage spot. I think I'm going to put my dedicated storage spot over here. What I want to have is a spot for rotten flesh. I want to have a spot for armor and things like that. And then maybe like one more spot for something else and one more because I have extra room. Then what I think I'm going to do is maybe make it like a little bit taller too. Now, when it comes to your chest, you got some options here. You could have them facing out like that, or if you want to conserve space, you make your storage wall a little bit deeper. This is a storage room hack. We'll talk about rooms later. But you make your room a little bit deeper here, and you have the chest go a long way, reaching back like that. As long as you don't have a solid block above it, you'll still be able to open the chest just like that. And from the front, it'll only take up one space. On our way back up to the surface, I think it's time we talk about the other enchantments that we got on this pickaxe here. So we got Unbreaking, which will conserve its durability. We have Efficiency as well. Efficiency is going to make this pickaxe work a little bit faster. You see, that's like pretty quick. Efficiency is an enchantment that has 5 levels total, but it's only possible to get up to Efficiency 4 from the enchanting table. And then finally, Fortune. Oh my gosh, this stuff is beautiful. Fortune has 3 levels to it. We got the max level right now. Check this out. I got 26 lapis in the inventory. Usually, if I mine this with a normal pickaxe, I would get anywhere between 4 to 9 lapis. If I mine this lapis with a Fortune 3 pickaxe, I can receive up to 36 lapis from one single spot right there. So we go ahead and mine like 4 of these things right there, and all of a sudden, I've got over a stack and half of another one. Oh, it's beautiful. And that's going to work for every single ore in the game. With copper, you mine it with Fortune, you're going to get way more than normal. Coal, iron, diamonds. Oh, yes, diamonds. That's why we're holding off on diamonds. When it comes to mining, stocking up on materials, resources, anything like that, Fortune 3 is such a beautiful, useful, amazing enchantment. Absolute must-have on your pickaxe. Alright, so back up on the surface here, we're gonna need to be careful. It's the dead of nighttime. There could be creepers, skeletons, zombies, oh. There's nothing. Hey, the first spider eye. With water dumped inside of our elevators going all the way down to the bottom of the world, the next thing we're going to want to do is move into the elevator. Now right now, as you can kind of see, it's not really doing anything. I have to interact with the elevator. You gotta be careful in these elevators when setting them up for the first time. You could definitely drown. But go down to the bottom of the thing. Then, just like we did with this elevator, it's time to activate it by using kelp. However, depending on how you place stuff in your room, water might spill out. One of the best ways to stop the water from spilling out into your room and causing a mess is something like fence gates. If you place fence gates and open, it'll hold the water in. Now, if I had bone meal, this process would be so much safer, but unfortunately, no bone meal here, which means I'm gonna need to jump into this elevator and place kelp all the way to the top, while not drowning. We place kelp all the way to the top, well, not just drowning. Okay, I don't want to do this twice. Magma column things. They're great for getting down to the bottom of the world, but there is an easier way. Back down here at the bottom of the world, I removed the water bucket from the surface. If I dig that magma block out and put water right there, I can now safely jump from the top all the way down into this thing, and I'll take no damage. Enchanting, I'm starting to have the levels pile up a little bit. Not great. The next thing that I like to take a look at enchanting. The next things I like to take a look at enchanting is going to be a bow, a diamond axe, and actually maybe some boots. Oh, brand new advancement. You call me Diamond Man. Alright, so we got amazing luck with the pickaxe, but it will not always happen. With this axe, we got efficiency 4. I like it. With the bow, we got breaking 3. It's okay. With the boots, we got depth strider 3. Ooh, oh, that's so hard. That's amazing for water. Alright, so now we have to make a decision, because unfortunately, as soon as I enchant one thing, the other enchantments are reset. We're gonna get different offers. So if I take depth strider, that means, certainly, Unbreaking 3 is gone. When enchanting, it's a very good idea to try and enchant multiple things at the same time. That way, you're not, like, looking for one specific enchantment. If you don't like what you see on the bow, no big deal. You put a book in there, and then efficiency 3. That's terrible. Boots, boots or axe, boots or axe, boots or axe. What do I do? Efficiency 4 or depth strider? Thinking about the rarity here and what I want on the axe, efficiency 4, 100%, but I think Depth Strider. Depending on the other enchantments that I get here, disappointment. I get disappointed. So sometimes, unfortunately, enchanting doesn't work out for you. I could definitely keep these Depth Strider boots. However, if I put these back in here, I cannot re-enchant these with enchantments on. That means if I want more enchantments on my boots, I need to build them up with, like, combining diamond boots. I think here, because just Depth Strider 3 isn't good enough for me, I will disenchant the boots, get a tiny bit of experience back, and go back over to the table. Looking in the table, Power 4, that's a whole lot better. That's a good bow. Over here, Fortune 3, that's a very, very nice axe. Or, Feather Falling? Fire Protection. Alright. And then finally, we'll check the book. What do we have? Protection 4. Well, for me, I think this time, it's got to be this axe. Let's go ahead and enchant the axe with Fortune. Well, actually, I wish it had Silk Touch. Let's try the bow. Power 4 on the bow, and... not bad. That's not bad at all. It just needs infinity. Bow check done. Down, good to go. Now, unfortunately, I'm below level 30, which means it's back over right behind me for this. And to now, you start to see exactly why it's an amazing idea to set enchanting setup over at spawner setup 2. Just like that, I'm back above level 30. I can check this out again. Feather Falling. No, I want Feather Falling. No. Diamond Axe. If I could get Soak Touch, that would be beautiful. Or Infinity. We're looking for Infinity anywhere. Aqua Infinity. That's very nice. I think I'll actually take that. I don't remember for sure. I guess I gotta look it up and touch up my knowledge a little bit, but I thought there was only one layer of Aqua Affinity. That's a keeper. So next up, below level 30, I can't take whatever I get here, but Blast Protection 4, okay, or Efficiency 4, okay. Back over to the zombies for a quick second. By the way, also up to the ceiling for a quick second. Gotta replace this stuff. I think I want to do cobblestone and mossy cobblestone all over. Now it's back over to this thing again, and right up to level 30. No big deal, nice and easy. And it's thundering. It's definitely thundering. That's potentially dangerous. It's time to sleep. I definitely don't want to be awake and let lightning hit my house, burn it down. Or even worse, let skeleton horse spawn. We'll clear that out and jump into bed. Anyways, back over here at the elevator. With Cal placed all the way up to the surface, we can now jump down into this hole. We got water way at the bottom of it. I stay centered, I'm good. Then back over here, all I need to do to activate this thing for good is break the kelp. Now if I jump into this column, I'm going to be rocketing it up to the top. Along the way somewhere, I should catch all of the kelp, or find it at the top. Just like that. Now I got all my kelp back, and I got a way up and down. Nice and easy. Inside of this room, I want to make it cool, my friends. I want to make it so I can see the elevator. So, oh, whoops. Oh, that's my bad. That's my bad, excuse me. I would like to put tinted glass all up this elevator in here so that I can look into the elevator and see my subjects coming to visit me. Over here on this side, kind of the same thing. I would like to be able to see the zombies a little bit more. To pull that off. Whoa, 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 whoa. No. To pull it off, I put that back right there. I put that right there. If I put slabs stacked on top of each other, no babies can jump out. No grown-ups can either. Next up, it's the walls of this room. We gotta finish this whole place up today. I was thinking maybe for the walls, I could do something pretty simple. See, I was thinking here, plain old deep slate, and come in and mix a little bit of cracked deep slate too. On this wall, however, seeing as it is something a little bit different, we will do something a little bit different. Quickly, we break that and swap it out. Oh, much more beautiful. And then I got a little bit of extra glass here. What if we come back in and add some of that so we can see them even more? Cool wall torch place, I think. Cool wall torch place things. Wall torch down low. Floor torch right there. Organize a little bit here. Got a lot of extra armor and drops. And now it's time for our final enchanting run of the day. So in today's episode, we beautified this room. It looks a little bit better. Still simple, but much nicer. And then we did a lot of great enchanting. Over here with this book. Oh, Feather Falling 4. We did it. We did it. Oh, it's beautiful. I need that enchantment so bad. But maybe... no, it's so sad. But this, no, it's so sad. Feather Falling 4. This right here, my friends, is why you should always bring books with you when enchanting in the table. We go ahead and roll that enchantment over, and we got Feather Falling 4. We'll talk about putting that on the boots in a second. Unbreaking 3, ooh, potentially great. This thing right here, oh, Silk Touch, oh, Silk Touch. I told you, we're taking Silk Touch. We got Silk Touch, and oh, that's terrible. That is so bad. That is really, really horrendous. We need more diamonds. Oh. Anyways, we'll take a look at that on Breaking 3 right there. Let's go ahead and get all the way back up to level 30. It's going to be such a painful grind. I know. It takes so much time. And just like that, level 30, not a big deal. We walk over here and let's see. Please, give me something good. Give me something good. Give me something great. Now, let's wrap things up today by talking about combining. Oh, and by the way, if you set your enchantment setup at like a spotter or whatever, you're gonna get a lot of like enchanted equipment right here. For example, Respiration 2 helmet on Breaking 3 gold chestplate. I probably will never use this chestplate, so for a little bit of extra levels, you can always disenchant that stuff. Then if you wanted to, I don't think I want to, but I could throw this in the furnace and smelt it down into nuggets. Then I could use the nuggets to make ingots or something. You know what I think this room needs? What it definitely 100% needs is just a little bit of iron bars. We're deep down in the bottom of the world after all. What if this is like inside of some kind of dungeon or jail or something terrifying? Ooh, that's it. It's nice and open and clean looking. I mean, maybe I need to do a little bit of like cleaning up, touch it up over there. Maybe get a bit different bed in here or something, but oh, it's beautiful. And the levels, absolutely amazing. I love it so much. So as you could probably tell, when it comes to enchanting, there's kind of a lot to it. The very final piece to it, or major piece to it, at least for today, is going to come into play when we get ourselves an anvil. Now, an anvil is going to be pretty expensive. When I was digging down over there for our elevator and entrance, I actually hit a pretty big patch of iron. So over here, inside of the trusty smeltery, let's throw some of that iron in the furnace and let it cook up. Who took my stone cutter? In Minecraft, anvils could be used for a lot of different things, including throwing a name onto your tool. But more specifically, for today's episode on enchanting, if we have something with enchantments already on it, we can't enchant it again. But we can add specific enchantments to it. For example, if I want Frostwalker on these boots, no big deal. Frostwalker book right there, plus the boots, plus the levels, and all of a sudden I got it. But I don't think I want that. Instead, what I'm looking for is feather falling forward. If you're adding enchantments to anything, in slot 1, you put what you want to add it to. In slot number 2, you put the enchantment that you're trying to add, and then in slot number 3, the output is going to be right there. It will cost me 4 levels to do this, but honestly, for that boot right there, oh, it's no big deal. I would do that every single day. Diamond boots, we look good. And so, everybody, we have now reached the proper end of Minecraft Guide, episode number 12, the Enchanting Basics episode. Hey, you know what? I almost forgot how could I? There's so much to enchanting, re-rolling enchantments. Let's say I was trying to enchant this book and I wanted something good, but I didn't like sharpness 3. To re-roll an enchantment, you basically just take the cheapest possible thing, so that thing right there, it'll cost a little bit, but then you move over to the grindstone, and you find that enchantment. Inside of the grindstone, you put whatever you just enchanted. Usually, it's a good idea to do it with the books, just in case you find something good in that bottom one. And then you just try it all again. Every single time you enchant something inside of the enchanting table, all of your enchantment offers are rerolled. Today's comment of the day is a quick and simple question. Is it true that when you alternate rows of food when farming, they will grow faster? 100% absolutely, yes it is. You know how it goes. Down below in the comments, drop the single best enchantment in all of Minecraft, smash like, and subscribe. Huge thank you to my patrons, Nick C, Tanner B, Austin V, Andrew H, Gabriel Y, and Fire Dragon 19. Goodbye everybody, day number 80, check done. I'll see you tomorrow.